Okay, let's go. We got a video for this channel, this unboxing channel, and my channel in general is going to start expanding into desktop amps, DACs, and also headphones. Because headphones in particular, because I really don't feel like that there's a representation of people with a library like mine. I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar right now. I don't think there's enough of us in the headphone space. The Focal, some of the Focals had an issue with bottoming out, like with extreme bass hits, like 808 drops, like a bottoming out. That's where the diaphragm actually hits the back, and it makes a very loud, disturbing sound. And it's an incredible flaw for what is said to be great headphones. But because a lot of the people that are giving opinions on headphones don't really listen to a library that blends into stuff with heavy low frequency, which by the way is hip hop, trip hop, EDM, trance. There's a lot of stuff that's got that 808 type hits. Plus I listen to classic rock, and I do listen to classical music, so I think the headphone space needs me. I'll be straight up with you. You really got to have people with different types of libraries giving opinions to you. Now, this is the FangSound, and the name of this is a little less necessary. But when it comes to is something got enough power, I can go ahead and throw in my... This is called the FangSound Silenos. I think that's what that's called. And I think they've got a few different levels, like lower, mid, and high tier. I believe this will be the lower entry. This is $459. If you comment below this video, this doesn't have a battery in it, so shipping from Japan to anywhere in the world, batteries is where it gets kind of tough. It doesn't have an orange LED, which is something that I require, which sounds ridiculous, but that's a RME ADI 2 Pro Anniversary Edition, so itself is a very nice piece of kit. Plus it's got that. This is a topping Anniversary Edition, I believe, as well. Yes, it is. They're both Anniversary Editions, and it's got the orange light as well. I like it aesthetically, and I like how they both function. This doesn't have an orange light, therefore I'm not going to keep it. Also, over to my right is a shit stack, Jotunheim 2, and I can't remember what the other one is, but I'm gonna probably around Christmas time, I'm gonna do some people are gonna score. This thing right here in my hands could be really nice, and you might not be able to afford $450, and then I would send it to you. There are some countries where shipping is extremely problematic, but I don't run into that often. So wait, at a certain point I'll ask for maybe shipping assistance, but if it's like maybe this size, I think I can probably continue to handle that, so you wouldn't have to worry. Yeah, this is not a problem. So I'm unboxing it now, and it comes packaged with foam. It's well protected. It's got a user's manual in it. Let's look in it just to make sure we've got some English in here somewhere. Yeah, we do. Okay, so it's got English in it. You think, well, of course it does. Yeah, no, not all the time. And then we pull it out, and I'm looking for like a power cord or something. And oh, there we go. We got all of them down there. Let's take a look at this at first. This is smaller than I actually thought it was. This is not bad in the weight. On the back we have XLR, mini XLR. I believe this would be left and right. Let me go ahead and check this. I'm going to throw up some images while I look at this. This will be a front and back view. Yeah, XLR ins R and L. Then we've got the power. Then we've got Type C. We've got high and low. It's got a gain switch on it. It's got a pre-out. I believe, and I'm not really sure. I believe and I'm not really sure. It's kind of like the same thing. If you're using the input from the USB-C DAC in, that I might be mistaking this. There is one route where I think if you're using the mini XLRs, when this is going, because this is going on the inputs to this, I think that you don't use the DAC, it's just an amp, or vice versa. And then in the other configuration, USB-C, you can use the R2R DAC. I'll talk about that when I do the full review. This is just an unboxing. I'm actually just learning about it as I open up this window on my computer right here, so I have no pre. Let's read what it says. True balance, type power output, complementary R2R, complementary, so it's kind of indicating that it's a function in one one way, and then it's not in the other. Complementary R2R decoding architecture, comprehensive in-out for versatile integration, dual GAN switch, CNC precision milled aluminum chassis. It's a nice, visually it's a nice looking set. This looks like almost the same color, kind of, as the Let's Sure I just had. This is more of a gunmetal than the bronze of that, but it's got a nice look to it. Featuring 192 bounce. Let me put this up. I'm looking at it. Compact space efficient. I saw something notated with like a little star mark, and it said that the DAC function was only available in one of the configurations, depending on what the input was. And then we've got the output power, 14 watts at 32 ohms, 11 watts, 600 ohms, 14 watts, 11 watts at 32 ohms, 24 volts RMS, Class AB, 106, 2-level gain, outputs XLR 4-pin, 4.4, 6.3, so quarter inch pretty much. Preamp out, 4.4 balanced. Okay, that makes sense now. DAC format support, PCM. Remember, this is R2R, complementary R2R with oversampling. DAC output, 4 volts RMS. And what's inside the box? Note to Linsel. This isn't Japan's cable. Somebody sent me I bought this one, I think, and this came with I think the same kind of cable, so I had to buy an adapter, thank God, so I can use this. But when I bought this KNHA2, I think it's called, I couldn't use it out the box. So I think I'm ready to go with this, but yeah, this is not Japan's type of cable. Japan's looks just like the West, but it's a 2-prong. It's not really that different. This would be a USB C to C right here, and then this would be I think this is A to C. So you got your cables. Make sure that when you select it, you get the proper cable, because that's something that is really bummerish if you don't have an adapter, which has probably happened to some of us along the way. Warranty void seal is broken. You see the serial number. The volume feels nice and smooth. It's not easy or too loose. Well, how important is that? Feels properly weighted. It actually is quite important. I don't know what the steps are on this. Everything seems to be functioning. I'll go ahead and plug it in. I'm going to end up just covering my topping and then running it instead of the topping in its DAC and also amp mode, and then also just as a basically an amplifier, like passing it through, which then I would probably maybe put it after the topping and put it over here where the army is. So I'll figure that out. This video will be coming up, and a lot more things like this will be coming on the channel. Like I said, the headphone space in particular should represent all of the hobby, not just people that listen to Adele or some classical music, or sometimes get into a little bit of hip-hop, because like I said, the Focal, a set of headphones that costs $1,000 or more, and when you hit a substantial low frequency event and the diaphragm, I believe that it's got like an inverted cap, which might have contributed to it. I don't really know the mechanics of why that brand and why some versions of what they released would bottom out, but it would, and people just seem to kind of move on past that. Like, yeah, it's a kind of a thing with the thing. Whoa, that's a huge thing. If my car audio system subwoofers, or if that driver right there on a big drop was clacking because it was bottoming out, that would be a huge, I'd send it back. My headphones doing that would be a no-go. So I'll be doing headphones more often, because it's not filled. There's not enough people in there that are doing stuff with my library and talking specifically about music that's kind of stimulates stuff like that. Low-end performance that is less than optimal, because there's a lot of low-end in it. Headphones have usually a single driver on the left and right side, and if the performance is not good in the low end, that's where Beryllium comes in. I thought the Utopia was a good set. Yeah, I believe it had the bottom out issue as well, so I turned it down and didn't listen to that, which is kind of like a bummer. but I thought it sounded good. I thought the clear overall was the best of them. I like the clear better than the OG clear. I like that better than the Utopia. So just so you know that. I also a big fan of the Argon, the Mod House, the HE6 SEV2. This is an Aria Stealth that's been very much customized. It's got different pads. It's got a different headband on it. It's got a different cable. The whole thing is actually different. Love it. Really, really nice. That's it. I'm out. This is the FangSound review will be coming up on the channel, and this will be an item that will be given away as we get close to Thanksgiving and the holiday season, because I'm going to make a bunch of people that are couldn't enjoy the hobby at this level suddenly. I've been doing that anyway. The guy that got the Softies RSV2, I see you, bro. You're probably getting it tomorrow or the next day because it was sent out like 3 days ago. So enjoy. Very nice set. And you guys, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Give the video a hit the like button if you can. Comment below. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you do the same thing to the video when I do a review for it, and then you'll be qualified to get it sent anywhere around the world. Remember, if anybody reaches out to you and claims to be me, it's a lie. I don't reach out to you. If anybody ever says you need to pay anything, and it's not something being spoken about me, from me publicly, because it's like some enormous monstrous set, and then I'm saying, it's going to cost a lot. If you want to help, I'll give it to you for free, but help with shipping. Like, unless that's publicly stated, I would never talk about money coming from you for anything. It's never like that. But if I'm going to start doing big gear, I gotta, that's a lot of shipping. So maybe, but this in particular, I could send this for free. This isn't a big deal right here. This is like a heavy box of IM right here. That's it. I'm out. I'll see you guys in like a day or two.